Hey, what is up, guys? Super Nerd here, and today I'm with a special guest for Theory Crafting Wednesday, Gamer Wolf.
Hey, what is up, guys? Gamer wolf115 here. And do you know the best way to start off this video?
How?
With some riddles from Arkham City.
I'm
Number
going to
one.
kill myself.
You can't, buddy. So, answer me this. What first walks on 4 legs, then walks on 2, then ends up walking on 3?
A baby.
Correct! At first, a baby starts walking on 4 legs, as we all know as crawling. Then if you cut off both of his arms, then it would have to learn how to walk on 2 legs. But if you also cut off only one of the arms and tape it to the other one, it will be able to walk on 3.
That is just a little too dark for this episode.
Yeah, that's actually one of the riddles from Batman Arkham City, one of my favorite games. And it's one of the recordings that you can find. When me and my brother found this, it was so weird and hilarious.
Well, this episode, we're talking about Nightmare Batman, the one that we see at the end of the game as 2 muggers try to kill these parents with this child in an alleyway, just like Bruce Wayne. They look up, they see this figure, they tell the figure, did you hear? Batman's dead. So he starts rising up with a bunch of darkness around him, spreading his rings, destroying everything around him, and all we see is him flap it and fly to the screen, and that's how the game ends. But nobody knows the destination to it. Some people.
What I would like to point out is that it obviously looks like this person is using the nightmare fuel Scarecrow uses on you in Arkham Knight.
Like what happened to Gotham when Arkham Knight used the Cloudburst.
Exactly. But this time, it didn't look like he injected it, like, directly. It looks like he used some weird type of gas to do it. Because this time, instead of injecting it directly with a needle or something, this time it just popped out.
Yeah, you're right. Some people think it could be Dick Grayson, who's actually Nightmare Batman, but that's actually impossible because there's actually a storyline that takes place after the game called DCPD Lockup with Dick Grayson in his Nightwing costume. So he's still Nightwing after Batman's demise. People also keep saying, oh, it's Jason Todd. It cannot be because his story, the Red Hood Story Pack, also takes place after the game. So there are only 2 possibilities left. Bruce Wayne and Azrael.
Why Azrael?
Well, because
buddy?
in the comics, a guy who's also known as Azrael also becomes Batman in the Nightfall story. And guess what is the protocol name? The Nightfall Protocol.
Nice work, buddy.
You see where I'm going here? This Azrael character, also known as John Paul Valley, but in this game, I forgot his name, dang it. He becomes Batman in the Nightfall story where Bane breaks Batman's back and the Nightfall story. This takes place after the Nightfall Protocol where Batman and Bruce Wayne are presumed dead. So you see where I'm going here?
Yes, I am.
Well, here's the thing. Batman is super duper Bruce. He's really smart. So he wouldn't just blow himself up. He would have a contingency plan to have himself in the Batcave or get themselves out of the building and the Batcave before it blows up. To go into hiding or something.
Now, I've heard so many people theorize that oh, it's just some random guy in a suit that actually took part of the nightmare fuel and ended up turning it into a gas. Well, I would like to prove that theory wrong. With everyone that has been there, everyone, hold up, has everyone that's watching this video right now seen the show Gotham?
Most of them.
Most. Well, then, you should remember in the first episode that includes um basically Scarecrow, where the Scarecrow originated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the only. Him and his son were the only. Well, Scarecrow and his father, which I would like to say, were the only ones that had their possibility to get it. And while they were doing all that stuff, the testing with it, no one had the chance to get it. Not even a bit to get through to it.
Yeah, but I also have kind of this theory right here. Here's the thing. I think it is Scarecrow's fear toxin. Hey, that's one of the part. It is Scarecrow's fear toxin because at the end of the game, when Batman injects Scarecrow with his own fear toxin, guess who we see in the midst of bats and the same, almost the exact same type of lighting as we see Nightmare Batman. Nightmare Batman without his cape open. But we see a figure exactly like him. So that is confirming that it is his fear toxin. But here's the other thing I think about. I think it's what Poison Ivy did. Poison Ivy took out the cloudburst, the fear toxin from Gotham, so you don't see it anymore. But that doesn't mean she didn't take it out of people's system. So something could be triggering the fear toxin still stuck in people's systems from when the cloudburst blew up or let out the fear toxin. You see where I'm going
That's
here?
true. Yeah, I see where you're going here. But the only problem with that is, what's the point of having people with fear toxin when everyone's already in fear themselves? Why just keep them that way?
I think the
Even
thing
though,
is when they took out the cloudburst fear toxin, it kind of like repressed all that other fear toxin already in their system, like not like taking it out. But I guess whoever is Nightmare Batman had a way to bring out the fear toxins so repressed in their minds or in their system, so then he can use the nightmare field to his advantage to do what Nightmare Batman did at the end of the game.
true. But I personally believe that this form of a Batman would be the original Bruce Wayne. Because throughout all of this, the only one that we truly see through all of this stuff that is truly affected by this is Batman. You even can tell because you can see um the Joker, and that's really kind of hard to ignore when you realize past games, you killed him. So he's fully dead right now. But it's kind of hard to accept the fact about that. It broke my heart when I saw that. So we're getting off track here. I personally think he is Bruce Wayne.
Well, I actually have something on that too. I was getting to that point and you beat me to the punch. But there is a line when where Batman defeat and Catwoman defeat Riddler, and when after you do all the riddles in the game and you're about to bring Riddler to the GCPD, this is what Batman says to Selina. Gotham needs something more, something worse to defend her. She needs a new myth, a legend more powerful than I can be right now. A legend that can only rise from the ashes of the Batman. Right there is perfect proof that he was using the fear toxin to create a stronger myth, a scarier myth, more stronger than the Batman, scarier than the Batman, because now everybody knows who he is, who's under the mask. Now he needs something stronger, something worse, something more to protect Gotham, something that can only rise from the ashes of the Batman, death.
Exactly. So while he was there, he must have snuck some with him. And while the um, Wayne Mansion was being destroyed by the explosion, I personally think he had an escape route to, get away from that, since they technically never found the body. And I personally think Alfred was being replaced by someone right there and then, so he had enough time to escape because, well, it's Alfred.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Here's another point.
yeah. So,
Um, in Arkham Origins, I know a lot of people really don't like Arkham Origins. It's not one of my favorite games, but it's not as bad as some people say. The Batman in that game was actually Bruce Wayne, but when Joker is talking about Batman, if you see the picture in the bottom right, this is the Batman that Joker sees in Arkham Origins, and he looks very nightmarish, very demonic, but not as demonic as Nightmare Batman. This could also hint, this could actually have like a little like signification to Nightmare Batman, showing that Batman is the only other person who could become the Nightmare Batman.
we all know about, him, about Batman, and all this drama with the Joker. And we all know the Joker is now dead, fully dead, because in Arkham City, you end up killing him. It's just a lot to take in because he would be one of your favorite supervillains. I know it got me, but yeah. But I personally think he took some of the nightmare fuel, and when before the Wayne Mansion exploded, he was able to escape it with some escape route or something. While Alfred used someone else to or like some robot or something, no one knows, something to help him escape. Because it's Alfred. Why would we want to see Alfred die?
We'll have one last point to prove that it has to be Bruce Wayne. This, when all the stuff blew up and everything, this reminded me of one thing, and that's The Dark Knight Rises, directed by Christopher Nolan. In the movie, Batman sacrifices himself with the atom bomb. He uses the Batwing to move it out of the city, and he dies. And but guess what? Bruce Wayne and Batman are also presumed dead because we never see the Batwing fly over Gotham and ever come back. So people assume that he died. They also have the fake Bruce Wayne's dead because the people don't know that he is Batman. But guess what? Right here in Arkham Knight, at the end of the game, people presume that Bruce Wayne / Batman is dead. And guess what happens? At the end of The Dark Knight Rises, Alfred sees Bruce with Selina at a cafe. He's breathing well, so he escapes. And guess what? This could be the exact same case with what's happening here. Selina, he might have found, he might not even gone back to Selina, but he could have come back, no Bruce Wayne, no nothing, living somewhere else, or he could have done the Dark Knight Returns thing, where he's underground in this new Batcave and everything, just living there, and just there, and becoming Batman once again, but not the Batman that everybody knew from Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, Arkham Knight, but a new Batman, a new myth, stronger, a lot with more fear, something worse to protect Gotham City.
Finally, someone agrees with me. You literally took out what I was thinking. The only other person that could read me better is a good friend of ours, well, mine, and Super Nerd, do you think it would be okay if he would be able to join what we are planning for Gamer Squad, as in Nerd Talk, which we will be doing pretty soon?
We're Nerd Talk is a big thing. Nerd Talk is gonna be on the Gamer Squad channel. It's gonna involve many different people from the Gamer Squad, um, team, universe, and all that stuff. Like Tyrone, Paper Doodle, Blue Typlosion, Game Wolf Me, and many different other people talking about nerdy things. And it will go off different subjects. And sometimes we'll focus on one main thing. Like, I think our biggest one will be talking about Zelda Wii U, which we're going to be talking about at E3. So I think that's going to be like the biggest thing. I am actually going to talk about it on Theory Crafting Wednesday. But I think if you guys want a more in-depth breakdown of everything on that game and other things, if I do it, it's most likely that game Nerd Talk is gonna do it. But that doesn't mean that it's taking what I'm doing and just doing more in depth. We're gonna be doing different things from me, other nerdy things. You know what I mean? So just looking forward to that. I'm not 100% sure when the first actual Nerd Talk will be coming out. More on that at a later time. But I can still give you a little teaser that our biggest one for this year will be the Zelda Wii U one. And we're going to have
Yeah.
one on Suicide Squad, Doctor Strange, Pokemon Sun and Moon. We're going to be talking about spoilers for Civil War, because I think we're going to go see it this weekend.
Oh, not yet. Not without me.
We're going to go see it this weekend.
Right, invite me.
Let's go, fam.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to end the video off here. If you guys like the video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for dealing with all the lateness and everything of my videos. I know it's been 2 weeks since my last video, but I am back on track. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Emily is Away and this Super Nerd and Gamer Wolf signing off.